That's me.
That is the coolest name ever.
Dr. Feldman.
Yes, I got villain and I got superhero.
You ready? Are these girls ready? Are you ready?
Nancy Pelosi. I have a little bit of a thing with her because her father was hooked up with the mob in Baltimore. Sammy, am I right? He got elected as mayor because we gave him help at that time. Nancy Pelosi has his characteristics. The woman has made $400 to $500 million. She's the best stock trader in the entire world. Okay, we go to jail for that, insider trading. Should they be held accountable for this or should they not? There you go, absolutely. Okay.
And there are people who, there's no...
Well, I tell you, I've said to people, I don't want my wife to work. I said, well, why not? Number one, she doesn't have to. And number two, I don't want somebody else telling my wife what to do.
Absolutely.
Period.
Absolutely. Why do...
Spirit, lead me where my trust is without borders. Let me walk upon the waters wherever you would call me.
Have a Merry Christmas. How dare we speak Merry Christmas? How dare we?
Merry Christmas, everybody.
When people want to do a gift exchange, this is what I see. Consumerism can be scary, especially bullshit consumerism for made-up holidays.
This is at the train.
Some dumb shit. By the way, what he say? He can tell I ain't missing no meals. Come through and check him in my automobile. Let him with his grills. He keep telling me to chill. He keep telling me it's real. That
Hey, I found your mother celebrating Christmas. What a beautiful Christmas cow she is. Woo! Merry Christmas.
I was today years old when I realized the meaning of this taper fade haircut that he's got. And he got his eyebrows done too. Someone took the time to groom him, and that is sending a message to the correctional officers.
And now I'm seeing videos about, like, I'm tired of being right. Here's what.
Let her cook, let me cook. Never gave a damn, I ain't never gave no fuck. No, fell out with them hoes, we ain't never making no fuck 'em.
When you started to realize that 200,000 people was too many, you said this could destroy New York City. What was the reaction that you got at the White House when you asked for help?
When we saw the numbers coming in, we were getting at one time almost 8,000 a week, 16,000 every 2 weeks. I mean, we could just do the math, unsustainable. And at that time, the right to shelter, we were being sued by advocates that required us to give everyone a bed by a certain number of times. We were getting buses 2, 3 a.m. in the morning. And we reached out to the White House, 10 trips to Washington, D.C., asking them for help in securing the border and stopping this flow. I went down to El Paso and also went down to the Darien Gap, and I saw the flow and the threat that we were receiving. We didn't get the support. We got $200 million out of a $6.5 billion.
And what do you say to Jewish people who may watch this and be utterly horrified by what they're hearing?
They can be horrified. I mean, I was horrified to find that they mass murdered Christians. I was horrified to learn the things that they teach in the Talmud.
Let's talk about the fact that President Trump incited an erection.
His various cases of, he's got charges of inciting an erection.
Okay. All right, let's go. Let's get it done.
You ready? Scene 3D, take 4.
stay here first, and then you hear it. Okay.
But, you know, come on. It's an alright size. I'm not hitting the back, but I'm fucking the sides up.
This is as serious as it gets. The finance minister quit hours before she was supposed to do this, and she doesn't have confidence in this prime minister. No one does. This man is a disgrace, and we need an election now.
40, I was single in my early 40s. When you hit 40 and you're single, people freak out. You know, they're like, oh, you gotta have a kid. You don't want to die alone. That's what everybody says. You don't want to die alone. And I have to tell you, you're only dying for a very short period of time. It's not.
Two quick questions. First, on vaccines, do you want RFK Jr. to revoke any vaccines?
No, I want him to come back with a report as to what he thinks. We're going to find out a lot. We're doing two things. We're going to have tremendous...
And you know the famous line from the movie in Buffy is, all I want to do is graduate high school, go to Europe, marry Christian Slater, and die.
And here we are.
And we keep living, which is good. Exactly.
I mean, if Dexter is getting an origin.
Once people feel empowered and protected legally, you are going to have schools, universities, and colleges are going to say, you want to come to this college, buddy? You're going to get vaccinated. Lady, you're going to get vaccinated.
So I want to talk about Burger King.
So if you are genuinely with someone whose power of negativity is stronger than your power to hold your center, or even more imaginary, to convert them to your vibration, run away as fast as you can in whatever way you can.
First of all, pick well. Pick somebody you respect and like. Start there, right? And then remember that that's who they are. And then understand that with that, they are going to be, and you are going to be deeply, deeply...
Roof, raise the roof, open the windows. Thank you. I need this. Yeah. This. Got it?
Got it.
All right. Boom. All right. Here we go. Yeah. Okay. We'll take a before picture. You can just relax and get comfortable. So where did you come from?
Bethpage.
Oh, perfect. He drove to Massachusetts. What? Yeah. What?
You know, when things like this are happening, it seems everyone starts to look up, like my crew and I have been here in Mendham recording this video that you're looking at right now. We have no idea what it is, if it's a natural phenomenon, because it could be.
Really the exact opposite of what everybody was saying in the beginning of Bitcoin, which is like this finally gives people a choice as to what form of money they were to use. And so imagine if everybody was using Bitcoin as money in commerce to, you know, do their payroll and buy things online and pay for everything. How would the U.S. government be able to give billions and billions of dollars to Ukraine when most people don't want that to happen? How would they be able to spend billions and billions of dollars on all these foreign wars that most people don't want to be able to have happen? They wouldn't be able to just inflate it out of thin air. Suddenly, government would be much, much more accountable to the people. And, you know, they teach everybody in school, oh, government works for the people. Well, if people were using a hard asset cryptocurrency as money in everyday life, government really would have to be much more accountable to the people than they are today. And that's why government doesn't want that. So that.
Has fooled me once. Shame on you. It fooled me, we can't get fooled again.
unveiled. He's going to ring the bell here in about 20 seconds. An historic moment at the New York Stock Exchange as we get this opening bell rung by the President-elect, Donald Trump.
No way.
No.
No.
But in this, it was hilarious.
It's hilarious, I know.
It's a really, and it hurts for a man to have his nipples twisted.
Have you done it? How do you know? How do you know?
Because I've had a discipline.
Police say a Lakeland woman used phrases from the accused killer of the United Healthcare CEO when making threats against her own insurance company. Yeah, the mother of 3 could now face 15 years in prison. News Channel 8's Polk County Bureau reporter Stacey De Silva joins us now live outside.
What's my favorite word? Bitch! Why they gotta say it like Sean? Bitch! So they can't play on my court, can't hang with the big dog, stay on the court. Blow the whistle. Blow the whistle.
It's 7:55 in the morning, and I've been at Adventureland since 6:35, 6:34, 4 minutes after my call time, making my dreams as a...
If you have a solution or cure that can make people's lives easier, keep it to yourself or they'll kill you. What are you talking about?
I'm gonna start this off, since I'm the man of the hour, the man of the show. I want to ask LeBron, what does he mean by there's no party like a Diddy party? I truly want to know. And not only that, LeBron.
Car-sized drones operating for hours in restricted airspace and able to elude local law enforcement when they send their own drones up to give chase. In New Jersey, the Army reporting the Picatinny Arsenal has had 11 unauthorized drone.
The United States and G7 are now making good on that commitment. Together, we will leverage income earned from frozen Russian sovereign assets to provide a total of $50 billion of extraordinary revenue.
What's the problem, dog?
Altoona police officers received a call of a suspicious male at a local restaurant. It was reported that the male matched the description of the United Healthcare murder in New York City.
East Village in Manhattan, so I take the subway multiple times a day. In this instance, I was coming from school. I got out of class around 2:15, and I took I was at J Street Metro Tech, took the Uptown F train at 2nd Avenue.
Has this ever happened to you? Like lose touch with someone, get back in touch with them, and then you find objects that they gave you around your house? So kind of lost touch with a friend for like a couple years. I lost touch with everyone over the last few years. So that's no singling out really here. Just found this gift from years ago. I used to have a Sleepy Time Bill Cosby Wicked Witch joke. It's not going to really do well in this explanation, but very, very cute. It's always cute when your friends give you healthy stuff and healthy tea. It's very sweet.
Thank you, Small Mover, for moving my table and bringing it in, putting it together. It was so easy and fast. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
You're very welcome. See you soon.
120 victims that are going up against Diddy. This guy is a huge lawyer. He is the big deal. What he had calculated was the nature of these allegations and the public scrutiny who make me want to settle. No, sir. It had the opposite effect. It made me want to expose you for the fraud you are in a very public fashion. So no, I will not give you one red penny. These allegations are so heinous in nature that I implore you to file a criminal complaint, not a civil one. That's interesting that Jay-Z asked.
Eddie Murphy, that's the god of comedy. So he did amazing characters and amazing impressions. And he didn't make a meal out of any of it. He had amazing jokes as well. But he's like, well, he did like 3 or 4 impressions, absolutely brilliantly done. And he would do 3 or 4 characters, brilliant done. And that's how I was raised.
Yeah.
But you do a couple, you do them great. There's people that could do 200 or 50 or, and it's like, you know, there was a guy in Vegas before your time called Danny Gans, and that's all he did. And Jim Carrey would do amazing impressions, but also do amazing characters. So it depends on what you want. To me, there's like 7 skill sets in comedy, and jokes, timing, silence, crowd work, heckle dealing with, characters, impressions, and theme of what it is, and hunks and callbacks. There's like 10 things.
Yep.
And I think you should have all of them. So I never just honed in on one.
Yeah.
And, you know, and it's but being
Still a fan, even though it's salty. Hate to see you with some other, but know you happy. Hate to see you happy if I'm not the one driving. I'm so mature, I'm so mature, I'm so mature. It got me in therapist.
Want something to eat? We could have some cantaloupe, mashed potatoes, spaghetti squash, or we could have some intestines. These look shitty because they're dry, but I'm in the process of drying out the intestines so I can do something else. I'm going to make them mess-free. These are so messy. Oh my god, you gotta see this. Let's investigate the scene. What happens? What happens? Oh my god. Oh my god. This is actually real. Well, it's real fake blood. It's really messy. I did a messy version. I would never do this at someone else's house, but I'm coming up with a real clean version. Mess-free, 100%.